Hi, it's Jon Cronshaw here with my author diary for the weekend in October the 16th, 2022. Yeah, I've had a pretty good week. I've been working on my book, Crucible of Shadows, which is book 3 in my Dawn of Assassins series. So that is going well. I'm about a third of the way through the redraft of that. So before I mentioned, I kind of did the first draft, got through that, and now I'm basically going back to that cycling method. So I'm trying to make it as good as I can before moving on to the next chapter. So that kind of balance is working really well for me. So definitely going to try that again in future. I also got Trial of Thieves ready. So I went through the edits of that. That is now ready. So I'm just going to sit on that for a while because, I need to get it out to reviewers. I need to get the paperback ready and all that. So I have ordered the paperback cover. So that is going to be with us very soon. So that is exciting. In other news, my book, Blind Gambit. Yes, this is free this weekend. So if you want to get this on Kindle, you can do that. It's a game-lit novel, kind of sci-fi, set in a virtual world. It tells a story of a blind protagonist. And because he's able to see in a virtual world, it kind of puts him on an equal footing and it's told between his real life and the virtual life. In other news, I have made a decision about TikTok. So I've been using TikTok for about 6 months. Thought I would try it out. I've been posting most days, probably every day. I think I've posted until this week, at least 1 or 2 videos a day, sometimes more. And what I wanted to do was basically build up an engaged audience on there. And I knew it'd take a while to do. My last few videos have got like less than 20 views. So screw it. I'm not putting my efforts into that. It's not worth my time. So, no engagement, no likes. It's pointless to me. So if you are watching this on TikTok and you have enjoyed my content, then I will be posting still, but I'm not going to be putting any effort into the app. I'm just going to be dropping stuff here, drop and run, I think is what you call it. So I'm also doing stuff on other apps, Instagram, Clapper, YouTube, all that good stuff. Facebook, it's all there. But I'm not wasting my time on TikTok anymore because it is not worth the effort. And I think that just says about the app, if it's not showing my stuff to people, then that's there's no incentive for me to do it. But more positive stuff. I read a really cool book this week called Unruly Places. So this is a non-fiction book. I think it's kind of about weird geographies and places that don't quite fit into different definitions and things like that. So there's some really interesting stuff in there. Definitely story fuel for me. Lots of stuff about borders and the meaning of borders, the meaning of space, the meaning of place. So definitely worth checking out, especially if you are writing sci-fi, fantasy, anything like that where you're kind of coming up with ideas for realms and things like that. And it's all real, so even better. Yeah. What else? I'm reading a book called Legends of the Pyramids. So this is a really interesting book. This is about how, I suppose, the different legends and myths about the pyramids in Egypt, like the root of those stories. So the research has done a lot on where these myths, where these legends have come from, why they've kind of become part of our popular culture. So really interesting stuff there. Really well researched. Recommend that. This week I had a couple of days off. One of those days off was because I've been together with my wife for 21 years. So we've not been married that long, but we've been together, boyfriend and girlfriend, for 21 years, which just makes me feel very old. But no, it's cool. Glad to be with her, obviously. One of the things we did is we watched the finale of Stranger Things 4, which was excellent. Like, honestly, the writing in that is so good. And the fact that the episodes now, I think, because they've got so big, they've just got such a huge budget and they're able to do a 2.5-hour episode that was the finale. The explosions, helicopters, it was just big budget stuff and it was really cool. So very much enjoyed that. If you've not watched Stranger Things before, you're into 80s, 90s, sci-fi, dark stories, anything like that, horror, Stephen King, it's full of references to stuff like Stephen King and Alien, and I spotted loads from like Terminator 2. So yeah, definitely worth watching if you like that, or if you just enjoy stories about kids on bikes going after monsters, which is basically what the first series is. So next week then, Crucible of Shadows, that's what I'm focused on. I'm going to be getting another at least 10,000 words done of that. So looking forward to that. I'm also been going through the audio book of the Ravenglass Chronicles, so I'm going to get some more of that done. Really pleased with how that is going. So because I'm not focused on TikTok anymore, you'll notice that these videos are a bit longer. So hopefully that'll be a thing going forward. So until next time, cheerio.